yeah, big wool, fun, quick knit.
And we need a lot of cushions. We're going to show you how you read the symbols that we make in our pattern.
Hi everybody, and welcome to our YouTube channel. We are, as always, your hosts Arne and Carlos, and today we are knitting with big wool for a very, very quick knit.
Yes.
It's fun, isn't it?
It's so fun. So we made this pillow. We're going to do a lot of pillows, I feel, because this is so funny to make the pillows like this. So we're going to show you how you read the symbols that we make in our patterns.
Okay, that's very cool.
Because when you do something like this, if you know what the symbol means, you really don't have to sit and read like knit one, knit purl, one, knit one purl. Because if you understand what's going on the chart like this, it's so much easier. Then the only thing you need to know is how many stitches to cast on and which size.
Yeah, so yeah, you're pretty much, you're one of those people, aren't you, Arne? You like to look at charts. So do I.
Because, yeah.
I'd rather not read a written pattern because you look at the chart, you can visualize it in such a better way because you get a whole kind of idea of what it is you're going to do.
Yeah.
If you're reading a pattern, you're reading row by row, and sometimes when you focus too much on that, you actually forget that there's a chart.
It's so easy to get lost in a way.
Yeah.
So like when I was younger, when I had time to do something like crocheting and knitting for ourselves, I did a lot from Japanese patterns because
they're great.
They're all only charts or a lot of charts, and I like that. And especially for things like this, the what you call it, relief. Or
it's a cable, isn't it?
Kind of.
Yeah.
It's easy when you have the chart. So we have made our own, like how we make the chart.
So this is pretty much the chart.
Yeah. So all the green squares, that is a purl, and all the white is a knit. So we put the color we use in the square on the purl, and the rest is knit. So I printed out this just to show what this means.
Okay, cool.
And I'm going to show on these big needles. So on this one there's like a small green square. That means it's a purl. And these two are knit stitches.
Okay.
So now this is like a snake of knit stitches on a bed of purl. You see?
Okay,
They're going like this. So you're actually, to make that snake, you have to move the stitches.
Yeah, you're moving them around.
Moving them around. So what this means...
Well, not around, but you're moving them into
like
a certain position. Yeah.
So this means you put one purl in the back.
Okay.
Then you knit 2 stitches. And then you knit the purl from the back. And now I'm going to show you how to do that.
Yeah, and you've got your really big needles.
This is my, what you call that?
Your educational needles.
Yeah, it's very, very big.
So you're not using big wool for the demonstration, you're using another wool.
I just took what I found. I grabbed something.
Okay.
So first I have to get...
But you've knitted the pillow on with a circular needle on the round.
I did it on the circular needle, so it's easier. So you see now there is a purl and there's 2 knit stitches. And then you need an extra needle. Or you can have like a cable needle or something. I just use anything. And then you take the knit stitch and you bring that to the back. Then you knit 2 stitches. Well, this makes a little noise. Like this. And then I take the purl back on the needle. And then I purl.
Wow, very cool.
So now these are actually switching places. So you bring a purl stitch to the back, you knit these 2, you bring the purl back again in front of the 2, and you purl.
Yeah, very cool.
That's the first thing. Then I have to go over to the other side. I should have shorter needles, I feel.
Yeah, those needles are making
they're hitting the table all the time.
It's okay though. You know, it's what's that called? That those YouTube channels that have the people that make sounds that are relaxing. Is
Yeah.
it ASMR, I think,
I
or
don't know.
something?
I don't think that this is relaxing, is it?
Well, I like the sound of needles is relaxing to me. I like
Yeah.
it a lot.
So, the chart number 2, or
Okay.
symbols. This means, you see now the line is in front, so this means that 2 stitches goes to the front, and this is a purl stitch. The purl stitch goes to the back. That means you knit a purl first, and then you knit 2 knit stitches. So then you do like this. Take the 2 knit stitches, put them to the front, purl 1, and then you put the 2 knit stitches back, and you knit 2 stitches. And this way, all the stitches is changing direction.
Oh, okay.
Okay, was that easy?
Yeah, I guess so.
And then I have one more for you. And on the pattern like this, when you knit on the round, also if you knit back and forth, this is one of the patterns that, like, you do the pattern on one round, and then on the next round it's always a knit on the knit stitch and a purl on the purl stitch.
Okay.
So every second round is a knit on knit and purl on purl. Some patterns with the relief, you have to purl back all the
Okay.
time, but not for this kind of pattern. So now I'm going back like this.
So I'm very excited about the next chart.
Yeah. Can you explain what it is? Do you understand it?
Yeah, but I haven't seen the last chart, so I I need to see it
You have to
first.
see it first.
But since you're doing the tutorial, I'll let you explain it.
Yeah. So
It's better.
now I'm going like back again, and it's really fun to make pillows in the big wool because it's kind of quick. I
Yeah.
think if you knit a little bit, like in 2 days, it's finished. If you have time, you make it in 1 day. So now, when you look at this pattern, you see there's 2 stitches go to the front, then you have 3 stitches left. So this means you knit 2 stitches, then you purl 1, and then you knit the 2.
Yeah, you
put
go
in the
back.
front. You
put
go
them-
back and put them on and knit. So this way you will have a purl stitch in the middle with 2 knit stitches on the side.
Okay, let's see you do that.
So let's see. So this is how you move your stitches around to make that snake. So purl, purl, purl. So now you put these 2 in front. And there's a lot of things you can use to put the stitches in front, but I use like any needle because I'm not knitting from the one. I put the stitches, I put them back and knit. So now I have 2 knit stitches in the front, so then I knit 2, purl 1, and then these 2 go back on the needle, and then you knit 2.
Very nice.
So then these change direction. So the last thing I did now, that is what makes this one, this cross.
The cross, yeah, with the cables crossing.
So when you go in one direction, there's a purl in the back and 2 in the front, and you knit the 2 in the front and then the purl in the back. And to change direction, it's the opposite way.
And then you've got a lot of knitting and purling action going on the sides of the pillow, I see,
Yes.
which is also explained in the charts.
Yeah.
Very straightforward.
It's very easy if you just remember that the green square, that's a purl, and the white is a knit stitch. And when you understand the lines, how to move the stitches around, it's easy.
Yeah,
It's more easy than reading the pattern.
absolutely.
So that's it.
Yeah, and
That was easy.
I love this big wool yarn. I think that it could be nice to have a combination of a few cushions in cable, and then I think we should do a few colorwork cushions because when you do a colorwork cushion with yarn this thick, in this kind of size, you need to kind of simplify everything,
Yeah.
which is actually
Because you don't have many stitches to work
yeah.
on.
So it's actually a very challenging
Yeah.
job, but the result can be very, very nice. So
And there's another thing also, like when we work on this with cables, there you can end up with so many stitches to cast on.
I'm sorry.
Because like if you have, if like I worked on one where there were like 4 stitches who's changed place, then you lose a lot of volume. So then you need more stitches on the pillow.
Yeah.
But we will put it in the pattern so people don't have to think about it.
Yeah.
But it's really fun. And we need a lot of poodle cushions because our poodle, Helmer,
Yeah.
he loves the
He loves his
cushions.
pillows, yeah. So cushions. I already have started a series of photos that show him lying in different places with different cushions, and they're all really funny because they're never arranged. It's always because we have a lot of cushions in this
Yeah,
house.
and he arranged the cushions.
He does it himself. I'm gonna post a few of them for you guys to enjoy on our blog, or maybe not. I haven't decided yet. Shall we do it? Well,
We can put this on the.
I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to put a few
With
a few pictures of Helmer showing the cushions, and hopefully he'll enjoy lying on this big wool cushion as well at some point.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people are going to probably ask the dimensions of the cushion, but that's all written in the pattern.
40 centimeters and 40 centimeters.
So 40 by 40 centimeters. It's going to be on our in our web shop, so you can purchase the pattern there. And what you've pretty much done is knitted the cushion double. So you've knitted it in the round, so it has the front and the back the same way.
Yeah.
And you have inserted the cushion pad that you've purchased already. So it's not a particular filling. It's actually a cushion that is purchased without a cover, and then we've done the cover, and then you've sewn
with
it
feathers actually, because that was the only thing they had.
down
in the shop.
feathers, which is lovely.
It's love.
Yeah.
It's good for Helmer.
Yeah, I hope he'll enjoy his new cushion.
Yeah.
And then we'll see what else we can come up with. I really want to do a few colorwork cushions. I think that can be really cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, big wool, fun, quick knit. I guess you can. You could also do this as a like a very wide scarf if you wanted, or a cowl.
Yeah, you want to have a cowl with this,
Yeah, I think a cowl could be pretty cool.
or a sweater.
So yeah,
Big. Okay.
very very cool. So I guess this is the end of the tutorial.
There's
We really
nothing
want
more to say,
nothing more
actually.
to say, but we do really want to encourage you when you get patterns that we want to encourage you to look at the charts more and look at the written instructions less. That is an easy way to kind of get into the rhythm of your knitting actually, because you're seeing the whole thing as opposed to just a single row. And the more you free yourself from that knitting pattern, I think the more relaxed you will become eventually.
Because you don't look at the text at all when you have this in front of you.
Yeah.
And
So start with a simple project like this. Practice reading the chart, and free yourself a little bit more from the written pattern if it's possible. It really will be very rewarding for you if you do that. We can promise you that.
Yes.
So, Arne, formalities?
I have to go and make more pillows.
Is that the formalities?
No, that's not the formal. Okay. I always have problems with formalities.
Okay,
Can
so-
you do it now? Because
I'll do it.
you talked about color work, and I was like,
Oh, yeah, I gave you new
My-
ideas, I guess. Yeah. So the formalities are that we hope that you've enjoyed this episode, and we would really appreciate a comment or a like. So hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed the episode. Give us some engagement. That's always really helpful.
and put yourself on the mailing list, because then you get the news before other people.
Yeah, so make sure to get on the mailing list to get all the news and all the special offers that we do from time to time. Make sure to click on that notifications button here on YouTube so that you will be notified every time we post a new episode, and then you'll never miss a thing. And please subscribe to our channel. It really helps us. The more subscribers we get, the more YouTube helps us grow, and the better it is for everybody.
Yes.
So it is really good. A win-win situation for sure. So thank you so much for watching, and we look forward to bringing a new tutorial to you next week.
Yeah. See you.
See you. Bye.
Bye.